Hello, we're TeamHere, your most trusted review application to eat, drink, hang out anywhere. We aim to filter out the noise around online reviews and friend source suggestions for you when you plan to go out. I am Gautam, the product manager, joined here by my teammates John for product design and Gary for development. Let's talk about how we arrived at this problem space. We usually rely on Yelp or Google reviews to look for places to go out. But we see through our research that people are more likely to trust their friends' suggestions than online reviews. Online reviews sometimes do not provide a full picture of the place and oftentimes are disappointing. Even though a place is rated highly for a particular individual, it may not be the right choice. Let's see this problem through our personas. Oscar Martinez is a new transplant in the city of New York, hailing from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He wants to explore New York to the best of his ability, but he's overwhelmed by the choice the city has. His primary source of reviews is online applications, but he can't seem to filter out through the noise. Advertised locations and social media promotions provide options, but many places based on reviews is not according to his taste. He wants to go to places that are worth his while, as going out in New York City adds up in terms of expenses. A lot of his friends back home have suggested him places that he can go, but he did not make a list, and he wishes he did. He wants to be able to look up trustworthy suggestions from his contacts anytime, and also wants to be able to suggest places for others. Our second persona is Kelly Watt from Chicago, who's currently in Rome from visiting from Chicago. She's a solo traveler willing to explore new places and leaving with great memories on her vacations. She doesn't like to visit touristy places to eat or drink. Being a vegetarian in Italy is all the more difficult for her, as she can never seem to find a good place to eat. She also likes to visit museums that are off the beaten path, but can't seem to filter out the good ones from the bad ones. She's skeptical about online reviews because of her previous experience, and she wishes she remembers the places suggested by her friends. She feels she can trust her friends more than online reviews. I'll hand over to John to talk about our product.
Hey, I'm John. I'm the product designer here for TeamHere. Um, so here you can see we have developed our login screen for using a phone number instead of using an email login. This is because a lot of modern applications use this feature, I guess, to log into our application. And here we can sign up. And then we'll receive a new OTP code. Next, enter in the code and done. And here we could do a search. So we do a search for pizza on the screen. And these reviews are actually reviews done by your friends or people in your contacts. And we could click on one of the pizza places and look at the review that's been done. And we're going to view it ourselves. Neat. And we do another search. It's time for beer. And again, these are places that have been reviewed by our friends. All right, cool. All right, thank you.
I'll hand over to Gary to talk about the technologies used and his experience of developing this.
Hi, I'm Gary, and I worked on the back end of the project. For the front end, we are using React, but for the back end, the database I'm using is MongoDB. The main collections that we're going to be featuring in our database are going to be contacts, users, locations, and reviews. For the early stages, this should be sufficient enough to get basic information across. Things like what contact reviewed a certain location, as well as a list of all the reviews from a user's list of contacts, kind of like the timeline we showed before. Moving forward, I'd like to learn more about some of the resources our pod mentor gave me to read over. Some of the concepts include proximity servers, grids, and quad trees. These can be especially useful whenever you want to refine searches or efficiently store data when we scale up in the future. So I look forward to learning more about these ideas and incorporating them as we go. The main thing I've learned from this experience is how to plan and manage around the uncertainty that comes with being a new developer, as I am right now. I've utilized many online resources to learn about new technologies and been able to implement them throughout the development process. While I might be taking a little longer to develop than most, I do see the benefits with pace in terms of learning best practices. Learning while building apps is helping me retain the knowledge and implement methodologies in a better way. Overall, I've learned a lot from my teammates and mentor, and I'm looking forward to continuing to develop this app in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. We are wrapping up our development and plan to launch soon. We are going to add new features down the line, like friend groups for type of activity, improving our timeline screen, and filter friends by review, etc. We are TeamHere, and thanks for looking into our product.